Hey guys, Garvey here. Today, I just want to take some time to talk about foreshadowing. Now, I don't want to discuss what it means literally, rather, I want to discuss why it's such a prevalent technique in literature. Just about every film, book, and play has some form of foreshadowing. Now, if we accept the premise that to some extent art imitates life, then what is foreshadowing imitating? I find it really interesting because to me it seems like foreshadowing is imitating its exact opposite in the real world, hindsight. Foreshadowing only exists in fiction, a direct hint as to what's going to happen later on in the story. And almost universally, this foreshadowing goes completely unnoticed by the characters within the work. This sort of helps strengthen another compelling tool, dramatic irony, in which the audience is well aware of something far before the characters are. Hindsight, however, doesn't really exist in fiction. There's very few times in which the actions of the characters or the emotions of the characters or the overarching arc of the story don't add up and make sense until the end. So why is it that foreshadowing is exclusive to fiction and hindsight is exclusive to reality? Personally, I think it comes down to how people perceive time when it comes to fiction reality. Usually, when you reminisce deeply about a film or book, you start at the beginning of the story and you kind of just work your way through until the end. In the real world, it's the opposite. You start with your most recent memories and try to work your way back to a specific point. I think this comes from your most recent memories being the most vivid. Whereas with a book or film, since all the memories of that experience are so close to one another, it's easy enough to just start at the beginning and go from there. So it seems to me that foreshadowing was made to replicate the feeling of hindsight, but just the way that people perceive time when it comes to fiction and reality led to the two diverging significantly. I think another really big reason for the use of foreshadowing is to help give the audience a sense of the complete work while they're still watching it. If you look at something like a painting, you can instantly absorb all the info about the work immediately. Yeah, you can still reminisce and think deeply and meditate on the work, and you can even do historical research as to the significance of it, but in a single instance, you can absorb the entirety of the work such as it is. That doesn't really apply to films and books. It takes time to gather all the information of the work. With a movie, it could take 2 hours. With a book, it could take a day or even several weeks. I don't think you can really appreciate or understand a film while you're watching it, or a book while you're reading it. It's not until you've experienced it all that you can really sink your teeth into it. You couldn't possibly understand or appreciate a painting if you only saw the top half of it. That's really all I wanted to say about the subject. I'm interested to hear what you guys think about foreshadowing. I always found it to be one of the stranger literary techniques, but also one of the most effective. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like, click subscribe if you want to watch more videos like this one every week, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.